Okay, so I need you to listen, and if you're not done, that's fine. I'm gonna ask for answers. I'm not gonna respond with that's right or no, that's wrong, or it's more like this. I'm not. I just want to know, as a group, where we're at and sort of how much I need to change your views. Or if I do, maybe I don't. Maybe you guys know all this right from the top. Okay, so number one, what is a scientific model? Give us an example. And maybe it's easiest to start with the example. Volunteers, anyone? Adam, what's an example of a scientific model?
I don't know what it's called, but it's like a little ball thing with it.
Well, the Newton's cradle thing, like where it goes like that?
Model?
Yeah, I know I said I wouldn't say that you're wrong, but you're wrong. I don't think that's a model.
That's so wrong.
Yeah. Did anyone else? T?
Like an example of a model?
Example of a model. Start with that.
Like a Lewis dot symbol in chemistry?
Okay, is that a good one? Lewis dot symbol.
Or the Bohr model?
Or the Bohr model? I mean, it's called Bohr model, right? Would you agree, Bohr model? Yeah, okay, so I think you all know that. So how would you define then the first part, T? What is a scientific model? Wait, a scientific model, Caitlin wants to say. Is this from Wikipedia?
No, there's one.
Okay.
It is a presentation of an idea or object
I think that's accurate.
that hasn't. Wait, hold on. Right?
Is it? I'm looking at those pictures. Is it? Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
It's a presentation of an idea.
Yeah.
That describes things that haven't been experienced yet.
Haven't been experienced yet.
Sure. Yes, like you haven't experienced it yourself.
Okay, so the Bohr model is a model that.
I don't know how to describe it.
Okay. 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 What about example of a scientific law? Who wants to give me an example of a law? I don't want to get at the top. Newton's laws? Sure. I mean, they're called laws, right? Absolutely. So yeah, any of the Newton's laws. Okay, so then definition-wise, what is a scientific law? A scientific law is a law that explains a scientific thing. Okay, Austin?
Set of rules to solve certain equations.
Okay, a set of rules to solve equations. I'm not hearing the thing that I usually hear. So I'm going to keep asking. These are good. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm saying I'm not hearing the thing that I usually hear.
Rules to follow and I guess it's scientific theory.
Okay, rules to follow. Okay, that's good. I can work with that. Scientific theory that has been proved. Okay, that's the thing that I usually hear. So I wanted to get that out there. Do you agree? I'm not saying right or wrong with those. Don't correct these. Don't write stuff down. We're just talking here. Anybody want to comment on that? Scientific law that has not been proven. Do you agree with that? Who agrees with that statement? It's a scientific theory that has been proved. A theory that has been proved.
What has been?
Right? Law has been proved. Okay. I'm just checking. I'm not saying right or wrong. Okay. So what is a scientific theory then, Noah? What is a scientific theory? I don't know. Why not you? Something that we don't know everything about yet. Okay. Very good, Hannah. Okay, give me an example of a scientific theory.
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory, absolutely. The Big Bang Theory is a theory. That's why they attach the word theory at the end. Zach?
Scientific theory is a theory that helps us solve our world. I don't know how to
Explain our world?
Yes.
Okay. Anna, do you want to add anything in? Do you want to add anything in? What is a scientific theory? No?
Unproved idea. Works was made or sorry.
Unproven. That's okay. I'm not judging. Unproven. Okay. All right. How do we prove scientific theories?
Testing them multiple times.
Testing them multiple times. Should more than one person test them?
Yes.
Okay. So multiple tests. Okay, that's good. Do you believe in atoms? Hands up if you believe in atoms.
Adam's right there.
Yep, he's right there. Thank you very much. Always funny when someone named Adam is in the room. Do you believe in atoms? Hands up. Okay, put your hands down. Hands up if you've seen an atom.
Oh, I see him every day.
That's a dead joke already. Adam's
Why do you say that, Kaylee?
These are atoms.
Because everything is made up of atoms. Okay, let me rephrase. Hands up if you've seen an individual atom. Atom. Yeah, okay, enough with that joke again. It's one of the first two times. Not you. No. If you've never seen an individual atom, but yet you all believe in them, and you tell me that everything's made up of them, but you've never seen an individual one. So you actually just believe in them without having seen them. Okay, guys, listen. Braden, you're going to have to listen to me this period. Noah says that other people tell us that atoms exist. Like your past teachers, your science teachers. And science teachers read it in books, and we learn it in university. Basically, you're saying smart people say atoms exist, so I'm taking their word for it. Good answer. Okay? All right, here's sort of a sideline. How are science and art similar and or different? Let's do the different one first, because it's easier. How are science and art different? Any ideas? You're not coloring as much, okay? Good difference. Okay?
Whereas science follows.
So science is more sort of constrictive. There's like a right answer, right? That kind of stuff. Okay, whereas art is kind of vague, not as many rules. Okay. Are there any similarities? And I have one that I like to talk about. Anyway, go ahead.
If studying people with the activities of oaths, they create different ideas about what it means.
Okay.
And with scientific evidence, they create different ideas.
Wow, that's awesome. That's a really good answer. Okay? So she said that when you look at art, people interpret it different ways. Right? I'm paraphrasing a bit, so tell me if I'm wrong. When you look at art, you interpret it different ways, and you have different feelings and emotions about it. And with science, evidence, people can look at evidence and interpret that to mean different things, right? And maybe even opposing ideas, right? Excellent. The one that I was talking about is, I went to an art gallery this summer in Chicago. I'm not really an art lover, but it was kind of interesting, right? Do you have to know something about art to appreciate it?
No.
Will you appreciate art more if you know more about it? Like I looked at some things and I don't know what that is. You know, that's just stupid. Turns out it was just someone that stuck a piece of paper on the wall, and I was like, oh, okay, that's not art. Didn't know. Right? So yeah, you need to understand it to appreciate it a little more. Is science the same way? Like if you understand science, if you have a basic scientific understanding, can you appreciate it a little bit more?
Yeah.
I would say so. So that's a similarity. Okay, this gets back to your comment here. Some astronomers say the universe is expanding, some say it's shrinking, and others say it remains a constant size or static. How can these scientists arrive at completely different conclusions when they look at the same evidence?
Different theories.
Are you saying that they have their own theories to begin with and they're looking for evidence to back their own theory up?
Yeah, good.
So even two people could have opposing theories,
That's why.
and then they go look for evidence to prove that. Is that the way it should be done, do you think? No? Why not? Or should it be the other way around? Should we look at data, should we look at evidence, and then try to come up with a theory?
Yes.
Probably. And that's usually how scientists start out, but then they sort of get, invested. They start to like their own theory, and then they start to look for evidence to, I really hesitate to use the word prove it, but they use for evidence to back it up. And they tend to look away from evidence that negates it, that disproves it. Kind of makes. Okay, last one. Can scientific theories change?
Yes.
Can you give me an example, Brady? There's two really good examples of scientific theories that have changed. More like models, I guess. Maybe I should say models.
The world is flat.
The world is flat is a good one. Atomic model, yeah, originally they had that plum pudding idea, and then they had all these different sort of models. You guys probably learned that until grade 9 or so. Yeah, so certainly scientific models change when we do what?
Study them more.
When we get more evidence, right? When we find out new stuff about it.
Or what about when the sun revolves around the earth?
Yeah, that was a good one too. That's another model, right? Absolutely. Okay, I've got 3 videos to show you. Okay, and then I'm going to give you some information about that. I'll probably stop and I'll probably rant a little bit. The first one, the guy is really hard to hear. He kind of talks like that, right? But he's got some important stuff to say. So you have to listen really careful. I'm going to put this in front of that to promote the best I can do. Gee. I'd rather you not. Good. Anyway, go, man, go, because I'm going to be all period. Okay, so please just, if you could, just listen carefully. It's not very long at all. It's like 3 or 4 minutes. I got them all queued up for you. I thought I did.
Welcome to Baptist.org and the podcast of philosophical.
I'm going to put the closed captioning on, but okay, you guys are talking. You can't. You have to listen here. It's extremely hard to hear. You can't start talking. I'm going to put the closed captioning on, but it's not very good. It's not very accurate, but it might help you a little bit, okay?